Imagine a busy morning in a little house, where the sun is just beginning to rise. The aroma of coffee fills the air, and there's a lovely sound of kids laughing and playing. Meet Sarah, a single mother who wakes up before dawn each day. She puts on her brave face as she gets her children ready for school while preparing for another long day at work. It's a routine filled with love but also heavy with challenges. As the clock ticks, Sarah juggles breakfast, packing lunches, and helping with last-minute homework. Just when she thinks she has it all under control, one child spills cereal all over the floor while the other forgets their favorite toy. In those chaotic moments, it's easy for frustration to creep in. Why is this so hard, she wonders. Sarah isn't alone in her struggles. Many people today face their own mountains of responsibility and heartache, whether it's dealing with job loss, caring for an aging parent, or feeling overwhelmed by expectations. Life can often feel like an uphill climb, and the weight of these daily burdens can make anyone feel like they're carrying a heavy cross. In this moment of chaos, let's pause and reflect on Jesus' words, "Take up your cross daily." These words speak to our everyday struggles and remind us that life isn't just about joy, it also includes pain and sacrifice. But what does this really mean? When Jesus said to take up our cross, he wasn't just talking about physical suffering. He was inviting us to embrace our challenges and find strength in them. His own life was filled with hardship. He faced rejection, betrayal, and ultimately death on the cross. Yet, through these struggles, he showed incredible love and compassion. For Sarah, this means recognizing that her daily challenges can become opportunities for growth and connection. Each time she helps her children with their problems or faces her own fears about work or finances, she is stepping into what it truly means to carry her cross. She learns patience when things don't go as planned and finds joy in her children's laughter amid the chaos. So next time you feel overwhelmed by life's demands or weighed down by sorrow, remember Sarah, and think about Jesus' invitation to take up your cross daily. It's not just about enduring suffering, it's about transforming it into something meaningful, something that brings us closer to ourselves and to each other. As we journey through our lives filled with ups and downs, we can find hope in knowing that every struggle can lead us closer to understanding love and resilience, just as Jesus taught us. Let us all embrace our crosses together. As Sarah navigates her hectic morning, let's take a moment to reflect on the phrase that holds profound meaning, "Take up your cross daily." These words spoken by Jesus resonate far beyond their biblical roots. They carry a message that can illuminate our daily lives, especially in moments of struggle. Imagine being part of the crowd that listened to Jesus during his time. He walked through dusty streets, teaching and healing, often surrounded by people who were suffering and searching for hope. When he told his followers to take up their cross, he was asking them to embrace the reality of their lives, not to run from it. Back then, a cross represented immense pain and sacrifice, symbolizing the burdens that everyone carried in their hearts. Consider how Jesus himself lived this teaching. From his humble beginnings to his trials and ultimate sacrifice, he faced rejection and hardship at every turn. He understood what it meant to feel heavy with sorrow and responsibility. Yet, through all that suffering, Jesus chose compassion over despair. He turned his pain into a powerful message of love and redemption. So, when Jesus invites us to take up our cross daily, he isn't just suggesting we endure hardships quietly. He is encouraging us to actively engage with our struggles, to carry them with purpose and find meaning in them. This means recognizing that our challenges can lead to growth and transformation. It's about embracing the reality of life's ups and downs. For Sarah, this teaching becomes a guiding light. As she faces her daily obstacles, like the spilled cereal and the forgotten toys, she remembers that these moments are part of her cross. They may be small annoyances, but they can also be opportunities for patience and resilience. By taking up her cross each day, she learns to see these struggles as moments of love and connection with her children rather than just burdens. The phrase, "take up your cross," urges us all to acknowledge our challenges instead of shying away from them. It reminds us that our journeys are intertwined with the essence of humanity itself. We are all navigating various trials, whether it's dealing with illness, loss, or the pressures of life, and each experience offers us a chance to grow stronger in faith. As we think about Jesus' teachings in relation to our own lives, let's ask ourselves, what does it mean for us to take up our crosses? How can we find strength and purpose in our daily struggles? Embracing this idea helps us understand that while suffering is part of life, it can also lead us toward greater compassion for ourselves and those around us. In carrying our crosses together, we create bonds of love and resilience that can uplift not only ourselves but those we encounter along the way. To truly understand the weight of Jesus' words, "Take up your cross daily," we must step back in time and explore the historical context of his life. Jesus lived in a tumultuous period, under Roman rule in 1st century Judea, where oppression and suffering were part of daily existence for many people. The society was marked by economic hardship, political unrest, and a deep longing for hope and freedom among the Jewish people. In those days, a cross was not merely a symbol, it represented the ultimate burden. When someone was condemned to death by crucifixion, they were forced to carry their own cross through the streets, a public display of shame and suffering. This act was meant to strip away dignity and serve as a grim warning to others. The sight of someone carrying their cross was a powerful reminder of the pain and sacrifice intertwined with life during that era. Jesus used this imagery intentionally. He understood that suffering was universal and that everyone carries their own burdens, whether they be physical, emotional, or spiritual. By telling his followers to take up their crosses, he wasn't just referring to physical hardship, he was inviting them to acknowledge the deeper struggles they faced within themselves and their communities. Consider the lives of those who followed Jesus. Many were fishermen, farmers, or tax collectors, ordinary people facing extraordinary challenges. They lived under constant threat from both Roman authorities and religious leaders who sought power over compassion. Each day brought its own set of struggles, raising families in poverty, battling illness, or grappling with feelings of hopelessness. For them, taking up their cross meant confronting these harsh realities with courage and faith. Jesus' message went beyond simply enduring hardships, it called for active participation in bearing one another's burdens. He modeled this by showing compassion to the marginalized, healing the sick, comforting the grieving, and challenging unjust systems. He demonstrated that sharing in each other's suffering could lead to profound connections and a stronger sense of community. As Sarah manages her busy life today, she can draw strength from this understanding of Jesus' teachings. It reminds her that her struggles as a single mother are not just personal battles but part of a larger human experience shared throughout history. Just as Jesus invited his followers to embrace their crosses with purpose, she is encouraged to see her challenges as opportunities for growth, not just for herself but also for those around her. Reflecting on this historical context invites us all to consider what it truly means to take up our crosses today. It urges us to connect with others in their struggles and offer support where we can. Just like those who walked alongside Jesus long ago, we can find strength through our shared experiences and learn that even in suffering, there is hope for transformation and deeper connections with one another. Embracing this idea allows us to carry our burdens together as we navigate life's journey side by side. As we continue to explore the meaning of Jesus' words, "Take up your cross daily," let's delve into the concept of suffering itself. Suffering is an undeniable part of the human experience that has existed throughout history and will continue to do so. It's woven into the fabric of life, affecting each person uniquely. From physical pain to emotional heartache, we all face moments when life feels heavy and overwhelming. Jesus understood this truth deeply. He recognized that suffering was not just something to endure but a part of our journey that can lead us toward growth and deeper connections. In his teachings, he didn't shy away from discussing pain, instead, he acknowledged it openly. By doing so, he invited his followers to confront their struggles and find meaning within them. Consider Sarah again, as she navigates her day filled with chaos and challenge. Every spilled cereal and forgotten toy becomes a moment of discomfort for her. However, through these experiences, she learns invaluable lessons about patience, love, and resilience. Each struggle offers her a chance to grow, not only as a mother but as a person who understands the complexities of daily life. In her challenges, Sarah discovers something profound, the bond she shares with others who are also suffering. When she reaches out to friends or neighbors facing similar struggles, whether it's parenting issues or career stresses, they bond over their shared experiences. These connections remind her that she is not alone, everyone carries their own burdens in some form. Jesus exemplified this idea perfectly through his life. He often engaged with those who were suffering, the sick, the outcast, and the grieving. In doing so, he not only provided healing but also cultivated empathy among those around him. His actions illustrate that through our experiences of suffering, we can forge deep connections with one another. Suffering can be transformative when viewed through this lens. It has the power to break down barriers between people and foster compassion. Instead of isolating us, our struggles can unite us in understanding and support. When we see our hardships as shared experiences rather than personal failures, we open ourselves up to healing relationships. As you reflect on your own life today, think about how your struggles have shaped you. Have they led you to connect more deeply with others? Perhaps you found comfort in knowing that someone else has walked a similar path, or that your story resonates with others in unexpected ways. Embracing this perspective allows us to look at suffering not just as something negative but as an opportunity for growth and connection, a stepping stone toward greater love and empathy in our lives. In taking up our crosses daily, we cultivate compassion within ourselves and create bonds that uplift us all on this journey together. As we continue to explore the theme of suffering in the context of Jesus' teachings, it's important to look at biblical figures who faced immense trials yet emerged with strength and purpose. One of the most profound examples is Job, a man who endured unimaginable loss and suffering. Job was known for his faithfulness and devotion to God. He had a large family, great wealth, and lived a life filled with blessings. But one day, everything changed. In a series of devastating events, Job lost his children, his health, and his wealth. He found himself sitting in ashes, scraping his painful sores while grappling with deep sorrow and confusion. Despite all this, Job refused to curse God or turn away from his faith. Instead, he cried out in anguish but also sought understanding. In the midst of his suffering, Job's friends came to visit him. Initially, they sat in silence with him, sharing in his grief. But soon they began to question why such calamity had fallen upon someone as righteous as Job. They suggested that he must have sinned to deserve this punishment. Yet Job held firm in his belief that he had not done anything wrong. His unwavering faith allowed him to endure his trials patiently. Eventually, after much dialogue and struggle, God spoke to Job, not with answers but with questions that reminded him of the vastness of creation and divine wisdom. In the end, Job's faith was restored along with his fortunes, but more importantly, he gained a deeper understanding of God's nature and purpose. Another powerful example is the Apostle Paul. Paul faced relentless hardships throughout his ministry: imprisonment, beatings, shipwrecks, and constant threats to his life. Yet through these trials, he remained steadfast in his mission to spread the message of Jesus Christ. He wrote letters during his imprisonment that encouraged others to find joy in their suffering and remain hopeful. Paul famously stated in Romans 5 verses 3-4 that we rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope. He understood that enduring hardships could lead to spiritual growth and deeper connections within the community of believers. Both Job and Paul teach us vital lessons about suffering. It can be transformative when approached with faith and resilience. Their stories remind us that even in our darkest moments, when we feel burdened by our crosses, we can find strength through our faith and purpose amid pain. As Sarah faces her daily challenges as a single mother, she can draw inspiration from these biblical figures. Like Job and Paul, she has an opportunity to find meaning in her struggles. Each trial can be a stepping stone toward greater personal growth and connection with others around her. Reflect on how these stories resonate in your own life today. Consider how your struggles might lead you not only to strengthen your character but also deepen your relationships with those who share similar burdens. By embracing the lessons from Job and Paul as part of your journey of taking up your cross daily, you open yourself up to profound growth and understanding, even amidst suffering, bringing hope into your life and the lives of others around you. Now that we've explored the powerful stories of Job and the Apostle Paul, let's bring those lessons into our everyday lives. Just like the figures from the Bible, many of us face our unique struggles daily. Life can often feel overwhelming, with challenges that range from loss and failure to heartache and disappointment. Take a moment to think of those times when you felt like you were carrying your cross. Perhaps you've experienced a loss, a loved one passing away, or a friend moving away unexpectedly, leaving behind a sense of emptiness. Maybe you've faced setbacks in your career, where dreams don't come to fruition as planned. Or perhaps it's a battle with anxiety or depression, making even the smallest tasks feel Herculean. These feelings are not just modern afflictions, they resonate with humanity across time. Just as Jesus urged his followers to acknowledge their burdens, we must recognize our own struggles and understand that they are part of our shared human experience. Jesus' teachings still hold true today. Suffering can lead us toward growth and deeper connections with others. Let's take Sarah's story once more as an example. Each day, she navigates the complexities of being a single mother while juggling work and family life. There are moments when she feels alone in her struggles, overwhelmed by responsibilities and doubt about her choices. Similar to how Job faced confusion during his trials, Sarah experiences moments of questioning her own path. But just like Job found purpose through his faith amid despair, Sarah learns to lean on her community for support. She reaches out to friends who know what it's like to struggle with similar issues, whether it's balancing work and family or coping with emotional stress. In these connections, she finds solace and understanding. In many ways, our modern society encourages us to hide our struggles. We often feel pressure to present a perfect image on social media or among peers. However, this only isolates us further. Jesus taught that sharing our burdens creates opportunities for compassion and solidarity with others who are also wrestling with their own crosses. Think about how many people in your life might also be quietly suffering. Whether it's the coworker who seems distant or the neighbor who always keeps to themselves, you may find happiness in checking in on one another. Just as Jesus demonstrated compassion throughout his ministry, we are called to extend kindness and empathy toward those around us. Reflect on how Jesus' message encourages you today. What does taking up your cross look like in your life right now? Embrace your struggles and share them openly. Allow them to connect you with others rather than isolate you. The truth is that healing often begins when we can lean into our vulnerabilities together. By recognizing our pain as part of life's journey and extending grace both to ourselves and others, we can cultivate resilience within ourselves, a powerful testament of hope amidst suffering that brings us closer together on this path we share. Together, let's take up our crosses daily and find strength in connection, growth through adversity, and purpose amid trials. As we reflect on the journey of taking up our crosses each day, we arrive at a crucial aspect of enduring hardships: the power of community. In our lives, it's essential to recognize that we are not meant to carry our burdens alone. Supporting one another can significantly lighten the load, transforming our struggles into shared experiences filled with kindness and connection. Think back to Sarah, who faces her challenges navigating single motherhood. Each morning, she rises early to juggle breakfast, school drop-off, and work, all while wrestling with her own emotions. But what if Sarah had someone to lean on? Picture a neighbor offering a helping hand. Perhaps they extend an invitation for her children to play together or offer to cook a meal. This simple act of kindness can make a world of difference. It creates a space where Sarah feels supported rather than overwhelmed. Jesus modeled this principle throughout his ministry. He surrounded himself with disciples who shared in his mission and burdens. When storms arose or challenges appeared, they faced them together rather than as individuals isolated in their struggles. Jesus taught us that it is through community that we find strength and hope, the very essence of carrying our crosses. Let's explore how connection can manifest in everyday life. Consider a small community group gathering, a place where people can come together to share their experiences and support one another. When someone opens up about their struggles with loss or heartache, others might relate and share their stories. In these moments of vulnerability, bonds deepen, individuals find solace in knowing they aren't alone. In contrast, when we keep our struggles hidden, as many modern societies often encourage, we deny ourselves and others the opportunity for connection that healing truly provides. The common understanding across humanity is that suffering binds us. It establishes shared ground where empathy flourishes and friendships can blossom. Community isn't only about receiving help, it's also about giving it. When you lend an ear or offer a shoulder to someone else carrying their cross, you create an empowering dynamic that uplifts both souls involved. Your willingness to reach out might inspire others to do the same for you when your burden feels heavy. Many times, the simplest acts have the most profound impact. Leaving a note of encouragement for a friend going through tough times, dropping off flowers at someone's doorstep, or just making time for heartfelt conversations over coffee can nurture connections that help everyone bear their crosses more easily. Reflect on your life today. Who around you could benefit from your kindness? Likewise, who in your circle might need support from friends like you? By fostering connections rooted in empathy and understanding, we cultivate an atmosphere where lifting each other's burdens becomes second nature. As we embody the spirit of community by embracing each other's suffering and supporting one another in love, we fulfill Jesus' message beautifully. Togetherness enhances resilience while allowing us all to discover purpose and hope amid our trials. Let's take up our crosses daily, not just as solitary travelers but as members of a loving community embarked on this journey together. Now that we've examined the power of community in supporting one another, let's take a moment for personal reflection. Each of us carries our own unique crosses, and it's essential to pause and consider what those burdens might be in our lives. What are the challenges that weigh heavily on your heart? Imagine for a moment the struggles Sarah faces as a single mother, juggling her responsibilities while feeling isolated at times. We all have our version of this: a job that feels overwhelming, a relationship that needs healing, or perhaps health issues that cause constant worry. These crosses may come from external circumstances or internal battles, like feelings of anxiety, doubt, or guilt. As you reflect on your life, ask yourself, what burdens am I carrying? How do these experiences shape my day-to-day existence? It can be tempting to simply push these thoughts aside and continue moving forward without addressing them. However, embracing our suffering is a powerful tool for spiritual growth and transformation. Jesus urges us not to shy away from our hardships but to face them with courage and faith. He teaches us that by acknowledging our struggles, we can begin to understand their true purpose. For instance, consider how moments of difficulty often lead to valuable lessons, the strength you discover within yourself during tough times, or the empathy you develop for others who face similar challenges. Think about Job and Paul once more. Job's numerous trials ultimately deepened his understanding of God's nature and his own faith. Paul used his sufferings as a foundation for his mission to uplift and inspire others. Their journeys remind us that suffering is not only unavoidable but can also be transformative when approached with the right mindset. So how can you begin to embrace your suffering as an opportunity for growth? Start by acknowledging your feelings about your cross. Give yourself permission to feel sadness or frustration without judgment. Writing in a journal can help you articulate these emotions, offering clarity about why certain burdens affect you deeply. Next, seek connections with others who may share similar experiences. Sharing your story allows for vulnerability and opens the door for support from those who understand what you're going through. Remember, just like Sarah found solace in her community, so too can you build relationships that foster compassion and mutual understanding. Finally, use prayer or meditation as a way to process your feelings. Reflect on how Jesus carried his cross, not only as an act of sacrifice but also as an invitation for believers to engage with their own struggles meaningfully. Ask for guidance on how to find purpose amid your hardships and let these reflections guide your actions moving forward. As we carry our crosses together, let's remember that each challenge brings us closer to ourselves and those around us when we approach them with openness and faith. By embracing suffering as part of our journey, rather than something to be avoided, we open ourselves up to opportunities for profound personal growth, connection with others, and ultimately finding hope even in the darkest moments. Together, let's take these steps toward understanding and purpose. As we think about the importance of embracing our struggles and supporting one another, let's explore some practical ways to take up your cross daily. These actions can help us navigate our challenges while also spreading kindness and compassion in our communities. First, consider the power of simple acts of kindness. Small gestures can have a profound impact on someone's day. Imagine Sarah, feeling overwhelmed as she manages her responsibilities. If a neighbor brings over a warm meal or offers to babysit for an hour, it not only lightens her load but also reinforces the bond of community. You can take a moment today to think about how you could brighten someone else's day, whether it's writing a note of encouragement to a friend, helping a coworker with their tasks, or simply offering a smile to a stranger. Acts of kindness can create ripples of positivity that uplift others while helping you feel more connected. Next, honest communication is vital for carrying our crosses together. When we share our burdens openly, we invite others into our struggles and foster deeper connections. Think about Sarah again. If she expresses her feelings of fatigue and doubt to her friends or family, she may find support and understanding she didn't know was there. Being honest about our struggles allows us to lean on each other for support. Perhaps you might consider reaching out to someone in your life, sharing what you're going through and letting them know you're there for them as well. Perseverance is another key aspect of taking up your cross daily. Life will undoubtedly throw challenges our way, but how we respond makes all the difference. When faced with setbacks, like job rejections or personal disappointments, it's essential to remember that these experiences can be opportunities for learning and growth. Embrace this mindset by setting small goals for yourself during difficult times. Each step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to overcoming your obstacles. Additionally, finding ways to engage in your community can help lighten both your burden and those of others. Volunteer for local organizations or participate in community events. By helping others, you not only make a positive impact but also cultivate meaningful relationships that enrich your life. Serving alongside others who share a common purpose creates a sense of belonging and reinforces the idea that we are all in this together. Finally, don't forget the importance of self-care. Taking time for yourself to recharge is crucial when carrying your cross. Whether it's through meditation, spending time in nature, or pursuing hobbies that bring you joy, nurturing your well-being allows you to face challenges with renewed strength and resilience. Reflect on these practical applications in your own life. How can you incorporate acts of kindness, honest communication, perseverance, community engagement, and self-care into your daily routine? By living out these principles, you not only honor Jesus' message but also transform your suffering into powerful tools for growth and connection. As you strive to take up your cross daily, remember that each act of kindness and every expression of vulnerability helps build a tapestry of love and support around you. Together, let's embrace our challenges and create a world where we uplift one another as we journey through life hand in hand. As we come to the end of our journey together today, it's time for a powerful reflection on how we can find strength in our suffering and truly embrace the teachings of Jesus. We've explored the importance of taking up our crosses daily, understanding that life's challenges are not just burdens but opportunities for growth and connection. Imagine for a moment the weight of your own cross. What does it look like? Perhaps it holds the pain of loss, the shadow of failure, or the struggle with feelings of loneliness or inadequacy. These burdens can feel daunting, and at times, they may leave you feeling isolated and weary. Yet, within these very struggles lies an incredible invitation from Jesus, a call to transform our suffering into something meaningful. Jesus lived a life marked by trial and hardship. He faced rejection, betrayal, and ultimately, a painful death on the cross. Yet through it all, he embodied love, compassion, and resilience. His message reminds us that suffering is not a sign of weakness, rather, it is a profound journey toward deeper understanding and connection with ourselves and others. Just as Sarah navigates her role as a single mother, feeling overwhelmed yet determined to find strength in her challenges, we too can learn to see our struggles as part of our unique stories. The beauty lies in how we respond to these hardships. When faced with adversity, we have the choice to either succumb to despair or rise with hope. Let's take a moment to reflect on how we can apply Jesus' teachings in our daily lives. Start by acknowledging your own pain, don't shy away from it. Instead of hiding your struggles behind a facade of strength, allow yourself to feel, to grieve, and to heal. Remember that vulnerability is not a weakness, it is an opening for connection and understanding. Next, reach out to those around you. Share your burdens with trusted friends or family members who can provide support and encouragement. You might be surprised by how many people relate to your struggles and want to walk alongside you in this journey. In doing so, you cultivate community, an essential aspect of carrying our crosses together. Moreover, embrace acts of kindness in your daily life. By helping others carry their burdens, whether through listening ears or compassionate actions, you not only lighten their load but also enrich your own spirit. Creating a ripple effect of kindness allows us all to uplift one another in the face of life's challenges. As you go forth from this moment, hold on to this truth: suffering doesn't define you, it refines you. Let each challenge be an opportunity for growth, learning, and deeper connections with others. Embrace the idea that you are not alone on this journey. Together we can foster hope and resilience in a world that often feels heavy. So let us take up our crosses daily, not just as individuals but as a united community striving for love and understanding. As we navigate our trials together, remember that through shared experiences, we can create bonds that uplift us all. May you find strength in your sufferings and emerge more profound in faith and love as you carry your cross today.